in your opinion, what makes a woman truly irresistible to a man who she considers her soulmate, who she can share lasting love with? Like,
Yeah.
let's unpack that irresistibility.
Well, I think a lot of that has to do with authenticity, right? The trusting of who you really are. You know, if you're in your authentic expression, sound, way of being, then you're going to attract from that more authentic resonance, right? And that could go for intimate relationship. It could also go for, you know, any domain of your life.
Mm.
So I think a big part of sort of owning your irresistibility is trusting yourself and trusting who you really are, and in a way noticing the places that that's blocked, like noticing the places where perhaps you have an old pattern of pleasing people or performing for people or living into expectations that no longer seem really true for you. You know, so in some ways the essence of what I'm saying is a kind of a slowing down into yourself and trusting that that's enough, and not adding things to kind of create an effect over there. More trusting that the simplicity, the authentic simplicity of you is a pretty big deal, right? There's only one of you in all time and consciousness and history and geography. So let's have you owning that.
That's so beautiful. And it is so simple. And yet there's so much conditioning that we have. I'm sure men can relate to this too, but for women, like, especially when you come to work like this and you're learning from all these experts and you're hearing all these different opinions, but the conditioning is like, I need to be a certain way or hide certain parts of myself, or don't do this, make sure I do this. And while there's, I think, a lot of great guidelines for navigating the dating game and attracting the right person, it can get women so in their heads and actually work against what we're talking about, which is slowing down, dropping in and being authentic and trusting that that's enough, more than enough. For the right guy, right?
Yeah. And for yourself as well. Yeah. I like how you said that. I think it's true that there can be a tendency for people to go up in their head as they're trying to take in all this different advice. And in a sense, the risk of all that advice and sometimes noise is that it's disconnecting you from you. So there is a guidance in you, a voice in you, a sort of a knowing in you. And sometimes that's louder. Sometimes it's not always accessible in every moment. But coming back to that, I think, can be really important for people. You know, the other thing I'll just say is all the stuff about, you know, pleasing people and the guidelines, the expectations, you know, a lot of that stuff historically was evolutionarily advantageous, right? So, you know, humans as social species, small groups, most of our, you know, our lived history, we needed to do what the group wanted, right? That was imperative to our survival, to our, even our thriving as a growing species that's now kind of, you know, every part of the earth is dominated by humans. So now it's almost like we get this opportunity to be more authentic. You know, I don't think my great-great-grandparents, you know, who were sort of struggling to make a living in rural England, being authentic wasn't really evolutionarily advantaged to them. You know, it's like they were doing a different thing. So part of the journey of being more authentic, as hard as it can sometimes be, I also think is like, oh, that's our birthright. This is our generations. We get to try. We get to have a go at this. And actually, maybe at its core, it's a little simpler than a lot of the collected advice together would have you believe.
Hey, if you want to see more of me in conversation with Chelsea, click the first link beneath this video. It's entirely free. You're going to get me and 30 other people that Chelsea's interviewing in her Become Irresistible series. It's really great value, completely free. Just click the first link beneath this video, but you need to register in the next 3 days because then registration closes. So take action now. Thanks for watching.